Welcome to SSN Entertainment TV, your go-to channel for thrilling game highlights and the latest news from the world of sports. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for some exciting entertainment, SSN has got you covered. Why the Phoenix Suns got fooled by the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors faced off against the Suns, where the Warriors smoked them 123 to 112. So in today's video, we're going through 5 reasons the Golden State Warriors were able to beat the Phoenix Suns and how these things are going to help them win another NBA championship at the end of this season. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. The first reason is that Klay Thompson played out of his mind. Now you probably saw this everywhere, but Klay Thompson honestly put on such a show where he dropped 38 points, 5 rebounds, and also hit 8 threes in this matchup. So he did a fantastic job, especially against the Phoenix Suns that are a really great defensive team. They're actually a top 5 defensive team. Yet for Klay Thompson, that was honestly chump change. So Klay Thompson actually put up 8 from 14 from the 3-point line. So he was above 50 from the 3, which was insane. He also shot 14 from 23 from field and also hit 2 from 5 from free throw. But we go back into the points, 38 points is honestly insane. And I do think he did such a fantastic job, but not only just scoring, but really causing a lot of problems for the Phoenix Suns. You really did see out there a lot of them were really focused on Steph, and the fact that Klay Thompson was hitting 3s after 3. It really made it hard for a lot of the Phoenix Suns to actually stay in front of their defenders, because it seemed like there was 2 people out there that they had to focus on, and that is basically the premise of the Splash Brothers and what makes them so dangerous. If Steph Curry is going off, also Klay Thompson going off, and vice versa, and I think it's fantastic to see that Steph Curry kind of did give way for Klay Thompson in order to have him continue to shoot and continue to hit shots as he was on a hot streak. So that was great to see from Steph Curry to be selfless like that and really just let Klay Thompson do his thing. If we look at Steph Curry's stats, he actually only shot 6 threes and also only 13 field goals. His average is around 20 field goals in general and also around 9 to 10 3. So the fact that he gave Klay Thompson a lot more shots and just kept fitting him, I think was fantastic to see, but I think Klay Thompson can continue this hot streak going like we mentioned before when Steph Curry went out. Klay Thompson had to become the main guy, and because of that, they actually went on a 5-game win streak. Now that Steph Curry is back, I love how Klay Thompson is still playing at that level. He's still taking the shots that he was always taking even when Steph Curry was injured. I think that is fantastic to see that Klay Thompson can still give you 30, 35, and even 40 points a game if he wants to. So it's honestly great, and it's fantastic to see him do that against a Phoenix Suns team that are very strong. Now the Phoenix Suns didn't have Kevon Durant, however Booker played, Ayton played, also did Chris Paul. Okogie is a great defender and also is Torrey Gray, and the fact that they couldn't stop Klay Thompson really does show that when Klay gets hot, it's honestly game over for the other team, and this is something that we're gonna need to see from him, not only for the rest of the season, but also in the playoffs in championship time. I think Klay Thompson, as especially with Andrew Wiggins, is still supposedly out for the rest of the season. Klay Thompson is going to have a bigger role in this upcoming playoffs, and it's going to really be up to him to step up and be the second right-hand man to Steph Curry in this playoff and also championship series. The second reason is that Jordan Poole did a great job leading the second unit. Now I think Jordan Poole really was underrated in this game, but I do think he did a fantastic job, especially for that second unit, and provided X factor that this team needs when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. Yes, they have a strong starting 5. However, when it comes to the second unit, this is something that they are still working on. And I love how Jordan Poole has become the guy to really rely on scoring, especially for his second unit. Now when it comes to him, Jordan Poole actually hit 20 points. Also had 6 assists and hit 4 threes in this matchup. So he did a fantastic job. His field goal percentage was 50 and also his 3-point percentage was 50. So he was also shooting at a very efficient rate, and this is what we need from Jordan Poole, especially for the second unit if they want to win games. Like I always mention in these videos, I do like to talk about what Golden State Warriors need to do in order to be well in the playoffs and also to make it into the NBA Finals. And these are the little things that they really need to do, and Jordan Poole definitely needs to step up, especially with someone like Wiggins gone. I think it's funny to say that with Steve Kerr and Andrew Wiggins being out. Steph Curry actually had DiVincenzo going to the starting lineup and have capped Jordan Poole to run that second unit. Now, it doesn't mean that DiVincenzo is better than Jordan Poole. I really do think that Steve Kerr has the reason why he puts Poole in that second unit is to have the guy that can really provide that scoring, especially with a lineup of Iguodala, JaMychal Green, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Moses Moody. All these names. They are great players, however, no one's really a pure scorer that can get you an easy bucket besides Jordan Poole. Even if you added DiVincenzo to the second unit, Jordan Poole would be the main scorer for this unit, and I do think it is very important to see him do something like this. So his 20 points really did go a long way, because if you look at the bench for the Phoenix Suns, not one of them even scored above double digits for the Phoenix Suns. So this definitely shows a lot when it comes to that second unit. That's definitely where Golden State Warriors were able to shine. They were outscoring that second unit time in and time out during this game, and that's one of the reasons why they had such a big lead, especially earlier on in the game. But when it comes to also the way he's playing, and the way he's actually really controlling the defense and offense out there, being that leader that this second unit needs, Jordan Poole has done a fantastic job and has definitely grown ever since Steph Curry went down with an injury, and he's had to learn to play bigger basketball and bigger responsibilities. And now that Wiggins is out, he's done a fantastic job at continuing to do that and continuing to provide for this team what they need. They were outscoring that second unit time in and time out during this game, and that's one of the reasons why they had such a big lead, especially earlier on in the game. But when it comes to also the way he's playing and the way he's actually really controlling defense and offense out there, being that leader that this second unit needs, Jordan Poole has done a fantastic job and has definitely grown ever since Steph Curry went down with an injury, and he's had to learn to play bigger basketball and bigger responsibilities, and now that Wiggins is out, he's done a fantastic job at continuing to do that and continuing to provide for this team what they need. The third reason is that Kevon Looney was becoming a beast in the paint. Now, I think there's something that is so underrated, but Kevon Looney really provides a lot for this team that not many people know about. If we look at his stats for the game against the Phoenix Suns, you had 9 points, 5 assists, and also 10 of rebounds in this matchup. And he also shot 4 from 6 from the field, which was fantastic to see. Obviously, Kevon Looney had a job of controlling DeAndre Ayton. Now, Ayton still dropped 27 points, and he did do a great job at defending him. But when it comes to Kevon Looney really providing a lot of presence inside, especially when players like Booker, Chris Paul, Okogie, Torrey Craig, all these players were driving in, you could definitely see Kevon Looney was causing a lot of havoc. And I do think he did a fantastic job at being able to control the defense and being the anchor on defense, and I think that is really important, especially when it comes to playoff and finals time. Kevon Looney getting 10 rebounds is always fantastic, but the fact that he had 5 assists as well, showing that Kevon Looney has that passing IQ, and I think that is something that he can definitely continue to do for this team. When it comes to Looney, he doesn't really need to be the scorer for this team, especially when it comes to the starting 5. You already got Curry, you already got Thompson, DiVincenzo can score, Draymond Green can, hit you with a couple of floaters, a couple of layups here and there. So Kevon Looney doesn't really need to do much scoring, but if you can become a great assist guy and great at rebounding, which he already is, I think that is definitely something that Looney can improve on, and also something that will benefit this team greatly. His assist was actually the highest for this team. When it came to the starting 5, he actually tied with Steph Curry. So I think it's great to see Kevon Looney using that vision and being able to find that, but points isn't really a matter for Kevon. And I think that is completely fine. What he provides out there is definitely the intangibles and something that really can't really be explained, especially on the stat sheet, but the presence was definitely felt. They had a lot of other players such as Okogie, who only went 3 from 9 from the field, due to the fact that every time he drove in, Kevon Looney was there to stop him at the ring. So I think Looney did a fantastic job, and he's definitely going to be needed, especially when it comes to playoff time. I think the small ball does work at times, but when it comes to playoff time, I think a lot of teams, especially when they go up against bigger teams, Kevon Looney is going to have to be the lockdown defender that they need. So it's definitely great to see him preparing for it and what he's become over the last couple of games, especially since Steph Curry went out, and he's had to do a lot more. If you didn't know, Steph Curry was actually the third leading rebounder for this team at that time. And because of that, Looney had to take it on his responsibility to even rebound even more. So I think he did a great job there. I think it will continue to do a great job for the rest of the season. The fourth is that the Golden State Warriors played insane defense. Now, I don't know what it is, but the Golden State Warriors have definitely stepped it up on defense. Maybe Steve Kerr has a different game plan, but they did a fantastic job against the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker did have 32 points, DeAndre Ayton did have 27, but if we look at the numbers, you really do see the full picture and how they got smoked by this Golden State Warriors team. If you look at the Phoenix Suns, they actually shot field goal percentage of 48.4, while the Golden State Warriors shot 54.2% from the field. Now, if we look at three-point percentages, Golden State Warriors shot 49 from the three. You heard that right, 49 from the three. Now, despite the fact that Klay Thompson pretty much provided all the threes, it's definitely still insane for them to shoot as a team 49. But this is where it gets interesting. The Phoenix Suns shot 19 from the three. You heard that right, 19. They were absolutely awful. They went 4 from 21, and also on top of that, Devin Booker went 0 from 2. Chris Paul went 0 from 4. We also had Okogie who went 2 from 5, which is not bad, but then Torrey Craig also went 0 from 3. We also had Okogie who went 2 from 5, which is not bad, but then Torrey Craig also went 0 from 3. So there were a lot of misses, especially on the three-point line, and the Golden State Warriors did a fantastic job at being able to restrict that. They also didn't get as many three-point shots as they are used to. And I do think Golden State Warriors have really stepped it up, especially in pick-and-roll situations, to be able to get out on the three. Because especially in today's NBA, 3 points is what wins game. So I think they did a fantastic job. And yes, you still had a couple of players from Phoenix drop above 30 and also above 25. However, if you look at the bigger picture when it comes to efficiencies, they didn't really do too much damage in that sense. I do think that they did a fantastic job when it comes to Golden State Warriors, especially on their pick-and-roll defense. They really cause a lot of problems, and that is something definitely that the Golden State Warriors are going to need in the playoffs and also in the finals time. The fifth reason is that Steph Curry did a fantastic job leading this team. Steph Curry didn't have the big show that he always has, dropping 3+ points. That was Klay Thompson tonight. But what Steph Curry did out there was really attract a lot of defense that left players like Klay, DiVincenzo, even players like Jordan Poole to really go to work. And that's something that I think I truly admire about Steph Curry and something great about his game. He does not care whether he's the main guy scoring, whether he's the main guy rebounding, or even doing the playmaking. He just wants to see his team win and is gonna do anything in his power to do that. And that's why I really do believe that this Golden State Warriors team, despite the ups and downs that they've had this season, can definitely win a championship at the end of this season. It is very possible, and Steph Curry did a fantastic job dropping 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in this matchup. He also shot 4 from 6 from 3 and also went 7 from 13 from the field, which was great. But I do think when it comes to Steph Curry and the amount of attention that he grabs and being able to be selfless, pass it off to the next player, which was Klay Thompson, DiVincenzo at times, and even Jordan Poole, and let them go to work was really fantastic to see. And I think it really does show that this team is all 10 players are really important to this roster. So I think that's great, and I think it is going to help them in the long run, especially when it comes to finals time. And there you have it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest Golden State Warriors updates. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.